Namaskaram all, and today we are starting with one of the best, most important chapter of your syllabus. PGBP is the core of whole income tax law because majority of your clients will belong to PGBP head. Majority of your questions will belong to PGBP head. Actually, they will belong to multiple heads or multiple topics, multiple chapters. But directly or indirectly, they will be relating to the PGBP, and therefore we have to study PGBP in detail. You can't take it lightly. Apart from that, PGBP is a head which can actually inspire you to do so many things in life. Okay, so far as my business models are concerned, majority of my business thought processes and my business decisions are based on provisions that I have learned in PGBP chapter. So I believe if you give a valid attention and a valid time and patience to the PGBP chapter, you can really learn so many things that will be useful not only in your exam but in a career and then in a life as a whole. So without wasting much time on the basic introduction, let's start with the PGBP chapter. I believe everyone have studied PGBP at least once in their life, so I'll try to keep my discussion at little high level. Yeah, starting with the basics. Whenever we talk about PGBP chapter, please understand in examination, they will already provide us profit and loss account of some kind of proprietors or partnership firm or a company. Some profit and loss account will come, or data of profit and loss account will be provided. It need not to be in T form, it can be in any form, it can be statement form, it can be in a paragraph form, but they will definitely provide you data of profit and loss account of the entity which is prepared by account department. Now, please keep one thought very much clearly in your mind. In organizations, account department is different and tax department is different. Account department does accounting work and tax department does tax work. Accounts are prepared for reporting to owners. Okay, that's a purpose. The purpose of account is to report to the owners. The purpose of tax statement is to file return and share the data with income tax department. Obviously, the basic principles behind making the accounts and behind making or submitting the returns are different. Accounts can be made as per the management's willingness, as per management guidelines. But when we prepare tax statement, it has to be according to income tax law. And therefore, you can change the accounting principles according to your willingness, but you cannot change taxation principles according to your willingness. Whatever is written in the law, you have to follow. One thing is for sure, whatever account follows, it need not to be followed exactly same in taxation matter. Yeah, there are 80% similarities in the account provisions and taxation provisions, but there are 20-25% areas where you can find there is a lot of difference. In fact, it might be completely opposite. What account says and what tax law says, it can be opposite, and therefore you have to study a taxation PGBP chapter with a thought process that this is not an account. If you bring your accounting knowledge, accounting understanding, accounting background directly into PGBP chapter, it will create a lot of trouble for your understanding, and you will create resistance here because you already have learned certain things in accounts. Account is already there in your blood. Now you are going to learn something maybe in line with accounts or maybe in opposition or exactly opposite to what accounting fundamentals are saying. So please make sure that you are having a mindset of learner. Okay, you are learning here something new, and let's start with that. The question itself will provide you a profit and loss account, and here there will be net profit. Okay, they will provide you some net profit, say for example 15 lakh rupees. So already question has provided you profit and loss account, and please understand, question has provided you profit and loss account, and that particular question says, so net profit is already there, and it will ask you to compute PGBP. Compute PGBP. They are asking you to compute PGBP. You will say, sir, in question itself, there is a PGBP. Profit and gain from a business and profession. And this is the profit and gain from a business and profession already given in the question itself. So what can I do about it? Definitely, there will be so many things that is written in the profit and loss account, but not relevant to profit and loss account. Like one of the example, if I have to give, on profit and loss account debit side, they might have provided salary. Okay, to salary. Now, according to income tax law, if salary is given to related party, please understand, if salary is given to related party, it has to be up to fair market value. If you give more than fair market value, then up to fair market value, it will be allowed. More than fair market value, it will be disallowed. Then there will be commission. If you have paid commission of 1 lakh rupees to any broker who is a resident in India without deducting the TDS, then the 30% of expenses will be disallowed. I'm just trying to give you some example. There is a rent payment by you. You have paid the rent. That rent is 25,000 and you have paid it in cash. If you pay anything more than 10,000 in cash, then again, your expenses will be disallowed. This is written in income tax law. It's not written in accounts. Accountant don't know all these things. Please understand. Accountant understand only one thing: debit what comes in, credit what goes out, debit the receiver, credit the giver, debit all expenses and losses, and credit all incomes and gains. So accountant have certain thought process. Whenever expenses has been incurred, he will debit to profit and loss account. But we know which expense is allowed and which expense is disallowed. Okay, it's not that whatever is debited to profit and loss account will definitely be allowed. There are cases where expenses may be allowed or may not be allowed. There are the cases where expense is not debited to profit and loss account, but we will allow. Okay, example, donation to charitable trust. Now, according to accountant, this is not an expenditure, but we know that in income tax, donation to charitable trust is allowed under section 80G, not under PGBP, but it is allowed under section 80G. Somewhere it is allowed. So we need to know sections and application of the sections to compute the profit from the business rightly. At the same time, P&L credit account will have by GP, by gross profit, or gross receipt. Okay, apart from that, it may have by dividend, it may have by interest, by rent, by profit on transfer of asset, profit on sale of asset. So many things can be there on the credit side. Obviously, interest and dividend belongs to IFOS head, rent belongs to IFHP head, profit on sale of asset actually belongs to capital gain head, meaning thereby there may be some items on profit and loss credit side which does not belong to PGBP head. They belong to some other head, and therefore we have to provide add adjustment and less adjustment. Now, if something is written on the credit side, please understand, if something is written on the credit side, then I will start like this: net profit as per P&L account. Okay, net profit as per P&L account, 15 lakh rupees. And if something is written on the credit side, and if I have to nullify the effect, come on, please tell me, what should I do? Should I subtract from this net profit, or should I add it back to net profit? What should I do? Something is credited to profit and loss account is not belonging here. Please understand, it belongs to some other head. So what should I do? I have to rectify this net profit given by the question. So to nullify credit effect, what should I do? Should I do add adjustment or should I do less adjustment? Add or less? Yes, Amma, your answer is right. Other people, please tell me, what should I do? I have to nullify the effect of these items. Add or less? Add to the profit or less to the profit? My objective is to determine profit under the business head, and these items does not belong to business head. It belongs to some other head, but it doesn't belong to business head. What should I do? Less. Yes. So, sir, whatever is there on the credit side, please understand, whatever is there on the credit side of the profit and loss account, or if it is already included in the profit and loss account, then to nullify that, we have to do the less effect. Please understand, on credit side, we do the less effect. Please understand. But on the debit side, if something has to be eliminated, or to some extent it has to be eliminated, that much amount we will add back to the please understand, add back to the profit side. These two things you have to remember. Okay, credit side elimination, less; debit side elimination, add. So add less. This is a game that we actually play while solving the question, and you might have done a lot of questions like that. Okay, to understand what should be subtracted and what should be added, you should know what is allowed and what is disallowed. What is allowed and disallowed takes a lot of, it is a journey of many provisions of income tax law, which starts at section 28 and which ends at 44 db. Okay, start at section 28 and ends at section 44 db. But obviously some of the sections belongs to AOP BOI, that we study in AOP in BOI. Some section belongs to assessment of the partnership firm, then we will study that in assessment of partnership firm. Some sections of the PGBP chapter exclusively belonging to non-resident, so we will study those sections in non-resident taxation. So that depends. Okay, here our focus will be on basic provisions of PGBP chapter. So PGBP chapter is a quite wide chapters, and because it is very big to understand, we have divided into 5 sub chapters in 5 phases. Phase 1 we will not discuss much, and that is business income, okay, or basis of charge, you can say. And in every head of income you will find 2 types of charge. One is original charge, actual charge, and another is the deemed charge. Deemed charge means so usually it is not a normal income of a business in that particular year, but income tax want us to pay tax on that particular income. Say for example, bad debt recovery, you had incurred bad debt 3-4 years back, government have given you deduction of that particular bad debt, it was your loss, and now that particular debtor have realized his mistake and he's giving you that money back. When he's giving that money to you, obviously you are happy. When you are happy, government is also happy, because government finds or income tax finds happiness in your happiness. So we say bad debt recovery is a taxable if it was allowed as a deduction. So something like that you learn in section 41. So section 28 and 41 are charging sections. Here also we will learn one more concept, that is speculative loss. Okay, or speculative business. What is speculative business? This concept you have to learn here. Apart from that, obviously PGBP chapter means about expenses. Majority of the time we discuss only expenses, allowable expenses and disallowed expenses. So there are specific deductions given under section 30 to section 35E. Section 36(1) gives us list of other specific deduction, and the most important practically section 37(1), which is the general deduction, which, please understand, a general deduction is a section which give benefit of the expenses which are not expressly provided in the PGBP chapter. Now you tell me what will be the intention of the assessee, to show high profit or to show low profit. If this is the profit and loss account presented to the tax department, in this particular profit and loss account, what assessee will try to do? He will try to show high profit or low profit. In practical life, he will always want to earn more profit. But when it comes to income tax filing, what he will try to do? High profit or low profit? Okay, I got reply from Pasha, Bhai and Purushottam. Okay, Nideep, Suraj, got it. So yes, Vijay. So assessee will always try to show low profit. Now you tell me, what are the possibilities of showing low profit? How can I show low profit? Please tell me. What are the ways through which we can show the less profit? Tell me. You are matured enough now. You are in final. Next year onwards, you will be doing consultancy or whatever we are discussing now. You will be doing in practical world. Sir, increase expenses. Okay, that's one thing. If there are expenses, you can increase expense and hide income. Okay, whatever is your income side, sales side, you have to hide, you have to suppress. Now, usually what happens if assessee is a GST registered assessee, please understand. And if assessee have issued GST invoices, it is not possible for him to hide GST invoices. One possibility is still there, and that is followed by majority of business class in nowadays. And you can ask Panda, because she might be doing the same thing in her shop. Okay, they always take some income in cash, and cash income is unaccounted income. Okay, they don't show it to income tax department. Cash income, if something has come to the bank or wherever they have issued the GST invoice, it is not possible to hide that. But cash, yes, definitely cash is again challengeable income. Very few people will be there in India. Very few, that means less than 1% might be. 99% people who are earning cash, they don't disclose that particular income to income tax department ordinarily. So that's a problem. This is the possibility on the credit side, that you can hide your income by taking the cash. But obviously it is always risky to take the cash, because department may capture you at present date or future date or any time in future. If your lifestyle and if your business returns does not match, we have discussed some provisions called unexplained credit or unexplained cash credit, or unexplained investment. If you are having lot of cash in your house, if income tax rates your premises, and if you don't have the justification, how will you prove that you have earned it in through wide sources? So cash is always a problem. So let's ignore the credit side because of GST and because of cash issue. And very many people in nowadays, they don't like to give the cash. Okay, so let's talk about or focus more on expense side. Now you tell me, are you mad enough to show less profit? Okay, just to show less profit, are you mad enough to give more salaries? Are you mad enough? Come on, tell me. Will you do it in practical life? Just to show less profit, will you give more salary to your employees? No, you will not do that. Will you pay more rent to your landlord? Answer is no. Will you pay more indirect tax? Indirect tax? Sir, no, we will not do that. That means genuinely you will not increase expenses. You told me, no, sir, we will increase expenses. See, if you increase expenses, then your profit will go down in real life. So again, you please tell me what we will do. Come on, tell me. Increasing expenses also wrong thing. Okay. I am eliminating the possibility. I eliminated possibility to suppress the income. I'm eliminating possibility of increasing expenses in real life. Okay. So what exactly you will try to do? नेटवर्क का कुछ एरर आ गया था. Can you please tell me what will you do to suppress your profit? What will you do? You cannot increase real expenses. So what will you do? Very easy. Please tell me. You're not able to do? Yeah, dummy transaction. Thank you, Vijay. Okay. So they will try to book dummy transaction. They will try to book bogus expenditures. They will try to show salary given to the related parties, like that if they will give salary to sister, brother, mother. Okay. So something fishy they will do. They will not do anything clear. They will try to show admin expenses, office expenses, traveling expenses. So this kind of thing people usually do. Okay. To control that, we are having expenses disallowed. I'm saying to control it. It cannot be eliminated. In PGBP chapter, income tax cannot eliminate tax evasion. I'm telling you it openly, and that too on recorded platform with lot of authority, that in PGBP chapter, it is impossible, at least now and for many years to come, to eliminate the tax evasion. Tax evasion happens in PGBP. Every small, medium, large corporates, everybody does the tax evasion. I'm just saying it openly. Okay, everybody does that. There are big things, small things, whether it is 100 rupees tax evasion or 100 crore tax evasion, everybody does that. Okay, because PGBP chapter is having that possibility. That possibility is not there in salary. Please understand, you cannot hide salary because of TDS provision. On salary, the TDS will be deducted by the employer, and employer is not going to play with the income tax department. He knows the consequences of TDS default. But in PGBP chapter, yes, definitely a proprietor, a partnership firm, a company can do a lot of tax evasion. We know that there are many tax loopholes in the law, and people have taken undue advantage of tax provisions. Therefore, income tax have issued expenses disallowed. This is, see, Because of general deduction, there is a possibility of tax evasion. Because of expenses disallowed, we call it anti-tax evasion mechanism. Okay. Anti-tax evasion. So all these sections are created for anti-tax evasion. The basic purpose behind it is to control the tax evasion, to minimize the tax evasion. We cannot eliminate, we cannot make it zero. There are a lot of possibility, and gradually we learn. You have to learn three more three major concepts, that is tax evasion, tax avoidance, and tax management. You will learn it through the income tax law PGBP chapter. Tax management. So what do you mean by tax management? Tax management is very much administrative job. Okay, maintenance of books of accounts, keeping everything in line, having all the records, paying tax on the time, keeping tax returns in your file. So maintenance of books of accounts and getting it audited means tax management. Okay, so you need to learn 4 words here, and those 4 words we are going to say again and again. First word I told you, it is a tax planning. Okay, there's something called tax planning. In tax planning, we save tax by using a income tax law. We keep ourselves in the objective of the law. We do not break any law. That's a tax planning. We always save the tax. That is a good thing. Example of tax planning can be, instead of putting my factory in normal area, normal Mumbai, okay, I may start my factory in special economic zone. If I start my factory in